Hi, you guys. It's Yarn Hellions, episode 18. We're here. I think I say that every time. We're here. We're so excited. It's raining in Cleveland, but it's not.
The first day.
It's like beautiful out. We are so excited to bring a new episode to you. We have some fun indie dyers to talk about today. I'm Christine Parker. This is Sarah Flynn of Superfine Yarn Co. We're the Yarn Hellions. We've got indie dyers to talk about. We've got some fun books that we're going to scream about. Sarah has a whole bunch of stuff to share from the Pittsburgh. What is it? The Pittsburgh
Knit and Crochet Festival.
Okay, yeah. She was there this past weekend and got
Creative Arts Festival. I always call it the wrong thing, so sorry.
Yeah, I'm so excited to look at all your stuff.
Oh my gosh.
This is episode 18. If you're having fun hanging out with us, subscribe. We would love to have you there. And you can follow us on Instagram and TikTok at Yarn Hellions. Should we chat news before we dive into yarn?
Definitely.
Can I tell you about my tumor?
I would like to hear. I saw your fancy little gown picture.
Yeah, I had an MRI on Friday because I have a huge tumor in my thigh. It's non-cancerous, so they haven't biopsied it yet, but they're pretty sure it's benign. So it's not spreading, but it is growing. And so it's like way up in my groin. You can see it right there, like sticking out of my thigh because it's the size of a grapefruit. So I've had it for like 2 years. What it is an intramuscular lipoma. So a lipoma is just a fatty tumor, just a fatty growth under your skin. But mine is like extra deep in the muscle. So it's like my muscles are like moving out of the way to make space for this grapefruit in my leg. So I will have to have it removed because it hurts. I've had it forever. And I thought for a long time, I thought it was just like a knot in the muscle, like your muscles get tight and it was just, but now it's so big that it's like pushing on my nerves and stuff. And so it hurts. And I'm like, get this thing out of me. So I have an appointment at the end of the month to talk to the surgeon about having it removed. But yeah, I was so shocked when they told me how big it was. It's 5 inches in diameter. So yeah, lots of health issues going on for both of us. Cause I saw in your notes,
No.
you're having a hearing test done.
I have a hearing test. It's just really strange. I noticed for a while that I've been having trouble. And then what did it is wearing masks. I realized how much I rely. I was reading people's lips. And when people have masks on, I get like 50 to 60% of what they're saying.
Really?
And then I'll notice I have to ask people to repeat themselves a lot. And, sometimes even out with cashiers and stuff, I'll be like, oh, excuse me. I have to ask and, and they'll be like, oh, thinking I'm rude or I'm not listening. And I'm like, I am.
Yeah.
And then the TV I've noticed too has to be really loud or I have to have the subtitles on.
I always watch stuff with subtitles just because I'm like, I feel like you catch everything.
So much more.
Yeah.
And then I thought, oh, it's just because
Oh, interesting.
So we'll see how that goes. So.
But our Glowforge came.
I want to hear all about it.
So the Glowforge is, I think I talked about it in last episode. It's like a laser cutter and engraver. So I have all kinds of plans to make rude stitch markers. And I want to make a little, those gauge rulers where it's like a square with the 2-inch cutout. And then it'll have the holes for the different needle sizes around. I want to make those. Nice. Obviously swear words on them. What else did I just think of? Oh, I want to try making jewelry, cool pendants and earrings. Even I don't wear any of that stuff, but it's fun to make anyway. So yeah, I'll have that. Hopefully, my husband has been helping me get it set up. So hopefully this week we'll be able to start making stuff. Nice. I'll keep you guys posted. Hopefully next episode, I'll have stuff to share.
Good.
Oh, speaking of next episode, that will be Friday, September 3rd. We're going to talk about romance novels, a topic we are both so excited about. And we're going to go over we'll be able to share finally the Yarn Discovery Tour pattern that I designed, the shawl pattern using Sarah's yarn. So that's episode 19, Friday, September 3rd. Make sure you're subscribed so you don't miss it. All right. Do you want to do indie dyers we love
let's
first?
Let's do that.
All right.
That was our topic for the week.
Yeah. So we both picked an indie dyer that we love and are excited to tell you about. So we've got some fun yarn to show you, and I want to know what dyers you love, because if there's one thing I need, it's more yarn. That's a dirty lie, but still. So leave a comment. Tell us what dyers you love. So who did you pick?
I picked Megs Co. Here's a picture of her and her dog. And then,
what a cute dog.
I know. I don't know what breed it is. She is in New York, and I met her when we were doing virtual festivals. She was on probably at least 10 of them that I was on. So we were either like back to back or, would watch each other's feeds and, trying to like figure that all out. We would message each other. And so really got to like her. And the thing I wanted to share with you guys is she has a super unique thing, which is called the Meg, which is 2,300 yards in one skein.
Wait.
Look at this sucker.
Holy crap.
I mean, so you can I don't know how you wind it. I'm sure there's a way, or if you just like work off of it. So you could just do like a whole sweater without, So like
this is
how
like
many times?
400
Like 400
yards. So that's like, I'm so bad at math, you guys.
So 1,600 would be 4.
It's like 8 skeins of yarn.
I know. So
holy crap.
It's going to tell you more about it, and it's not. So giant continuous skein. It's 500 grams. Oh, 5. That seems like it should be more. It's sock weight 75-25. So cool.
Yeah, you really could knit a whole sweater with
Just
one skein of yarn. Yeah.
No
crap.
ends.
No ends. Oh my God.
Except for like sleeves.
And that's called the Meg?
The Meg. Yeah. So
Ooh.
and the other, I don't know if I have it here. Oh, there's 25 individual colors on it. So you like really just like have like so much.
So is it only one color? Like the Meg only comes in this one specific colorway that has all these colors in
This
it?
colorway is called Nutmegged.
Oh, cute.
And I'm not sure if she does it in other colorways. So right now there's just Nutmegged. So that may be like the signature, the Meg color.
Oh, that's fun.
Isn't it fun? So I thought I would share that because it was just unique and interesting. And then her Instagram is lovely. Let me tell you what it is. Megs Co. And we'll have that in the notes down below. But just like an example of her awesome, vibrant colors. Yeah. So check her out.
That's awesome. I don't think I know of her. So
good.
That is exciting for me.
That was the point.
I picked Stitch Together Studio. Kayana. I don't know if it's Kayana or Kayana. I'm sorry. I'll have to find that out. Kayana Nelson. She's from Cedar Rapids, Iowa. And she is like the queen of speckled like colorways. So I shared this in a previous episode, but I actually blocked it this time. So this is a hitchhiker shawl, which you know is my favorite pattern of all time, in a sock kit that I commandeered to make a shawl because I hate socks. So in this kit you get like the main skein is the speckly, and then there's like it came with the green mini skein to do like the heels and the toes. But I was like, no, fuck socks. So I just added it on at the end, and I did a picot bind off to do that little jagged edge. So this is something that I have made with her yarn that I love. And then earlier this year, I bought 2 skeins of her January colorway, which is called Illuminate. And it's like the 2021 color of the year, like the Pantone color of the year. It's like yellow and gray. So that's this. And it's like a warm gray with black speckles and then like highlighter yellow with also black speckles. Like, it's just, my rule is if yarn makes me go, I have to buy it. And this one made me go, so I bought it.
Do you have a plan for it, or is it just gorgeous?
I don't know. I was like, my goal for like building my stash is to stop buying so many single skeins because they're hard. Like you can't make a sweater, right?
Yeah.
And I mean, I love one skein projects, but I've been trying to like build up,
multiple.
Like sweater quantities of stuff. So I got 2 skeins of that, and I don't know. It's so good. I don't know what to make with it. Maybe a shawl and like a hat, little combo. And then I have some pictures of other yarns that I grabbed off her site. So the July color of the month is called Cicada's Revenge. And it's like a green. It reminds me of like zombie skin almost. It's like a apple green with like some of that bright highlighter yellow. And then there's like red and black speckles in there. So that's Cicada's Revenge. I haven't seen any cicadas yet this year.
Me neither.
Which like I'm fine with. It's fine. I don't really want to see anymore. And then this one is Candy Floss. It's pink and green and yellow and white pastel with a little bit of darker green speckles. And then this one just killed me. It's called Shag Rug, and it's like a rust with a gold, like a harvest gold tone in there, like a 70s shag rug. So, and then she also has, I couldn't find a picture on her website, but she put together, she's an artist too. So she put together the Stitcher's Oracle, which is an oracle deck for knitters and crocheters. So it's got, I'll put pictures. I'm going to like post pictures in the video. So these are easier to see, but the Stitcher's Oracle, I think she did a Kickstarter. So that deck is available, and she's also started working on a tarot deck, a Stitcher's tarot deck. So those, I think that one's coming. But yeah, follow her on Instagram. Her feed is like really pretty.
And I know 614 Knit Studios gets her monthly colors. So if you are interested in getting those, she has them there. I don't know if any... I don't either. I'm not sure if anyone up here does. I just know I see her post about them all the time. So if they do appear, they're not posting as frequently.
I feel like this kit I got at a local shop. I just don't remember which one it was in Cleveland. I think it was, I don't remember. I'm sorry, local yarn shops. I forgot. But yeah, we'll put their links in the show notes, but her website is stitchtogetherstudio.com. So while we're on yarn,
oh my gosh,
can you please show me everything that you bought? I'm just gonna sit back and relax.
Prepare yourself. Get a drink.
She has like half of the couch is just covered in yarn.
It's like the whole what part of the couch? Like the
chaise longue.
Yes, the chaise. It's like a person's worth of yarn. So I was at Pittsburgh this weekend and did a little shopping of my own. So. Whoops. I think each of my 3 adjacent neighbors, I all bought yarn, and then I was in like a ballroom. So then I like would get like when it was quiet, I would tell my neighbor across the way, I'm gonna run down and shop for a little bit. So it was really fun. So and I got to follow new people and make some new Dyer friends, which is great. So across the way, it was her first show. Aww. And she is a spinner. And she dyes roving for spinners.
Oh, cool.
So she had this nice setup with like braided, like big chunky rovings. And then she had her own hand spun yarn for sale.
Wow.
So this color just like killed me. It's just so pretty. I don't know if it doesn't have a name, but Something Wonderful Studio. And I'll have all of these in the show notes. So she sat there and like spun. When things were slow,
Nice.
I would sit out and like near the aisle and knit, and she would spin and we would chat. So this is 280 yards. Fiber content is Falkland. And it's just super, super pretty. So like,
Will you just pass them to me? as you
sure.
finish so
Would you
I
like
will
to
squish.
touch? Yeah. Right next to me, which Fiber Seed, it was there was a husband and wife there, and ended up talking to them, and they were from Florida and moved back up to his hometown, which is north of Cincinnati, and enormous booth. I think they had 4 booths, like just
Whoa.
like the super nicest setup, just really great. And I had to go over like 5 times before I picked out what I wanted, which grocery girls were talking about DK socks and how fast they knit up. And the socks I have on my needles now are going super slow because they're on ones and it's driving me nuts. So not only did she have DK sock yarn, which this is Neon Lights on her Sprout sock blend, which,
Oh, man.
come on.
That's fun.
I want these socks like now. I want to wear them right
Yesterday.
now. So then not only like did she have like 5 minis, there's probably 60 different colors of minis. And
Whoa.
I'm probably not exaggerating. 40 to 60.
Yeah.
A ton. So look what I picked out to go
Oh
with
my God.
this.
That is so fun.
I know. So talented. And I'm really excited. They're now that they're kind of up here, they're going to do some more Midwest shows. So they're going to be at Wool Gathering next month. And I'll be there too. And some other ones kind of around now that we're able to do shows again.
Cool. Oh my
So,
God.
I'm going to squish.
So cute.
A little farther down the way, when I got to escape a little more, Fangirl Fibers. So awesome. Talked to her for a while. This is sock yarn that I just went to the table and was like, yep. And it's called Come On Barbie, Let's Go Party. So, I mean, and then she had started out making stitch markers, so I had to get stitch markers too. I like picked these out, and then I'm looking and I picked out that she had like all sorts of nerdy ones, any nerdy thing you can think of, but then like kind of upscale, like she had Bridgerton ones, like I Burn For You, and like really, really like creative ones. So I'm a Bob's Burgers fan. So I got these, they're like the little, there's like the little nightlight Koopy Coachies. So it's all of the characters like shaped like little Koopy Coachies. You can see it.
Can I see it? We'll put it on Instagram. Those are really cute.
So fun. So I kept like, while they were checking me on, the like squeal. I'm like, look, you have this. Oh my gosh. So I think they liked I was just as big of a nerd as she was. So, and then I bought more of her stuff, which I saw after I checked out. I wanted to cast on a shawl, just kind of like while I was sitting there. The socks I was working on, I was up to the heel and not able to do a heel like while talking to people. So I'll show you that in the next segment.
Wait a minute. I need to know.
Okay.
Who's your favorite character in Bob's Burgers?
It's so hard.
I know.
Okay, so sometimes it's Louise, and sometimes it's Gene when he has his fart machine, and sometimes it's Tina when she sings about butts.
Yeah.
It's impossible to choose. Do you have one?
Well, Louise and Tina are my favorites, I think. My dog that died that I was talking about in the last episode, her middle name was Louise, after Louise and Bob's Burgers, because they were both kind of evil. Okay, continue.
Oh gosh. Next booth over from that. And
How do you
I
pronounce
asked
that?
her how to say it because I had she was at Vogue in 2019 and didn't know how to say it and didn't ask. And this time I asked. And it rhymes, the first part rhymes with sock. So it's Yakaheni yarns. Which you'll see it's a lot of letters.
There's a lot of vowels in there.
So if you can,
That's
not
one
close
of those words that like you only know how to pronounce if you're from the area, like Cuyahoga.
Yeah. So again, DK Waite,
That's really pretty.
it's just like this lovely light mint with like berry and teal and yellow speckles, and I had gotten an extra DK just in case. So look at how nice.
Just in case.
You know, and it just worked out.
Yakahani?
Yakahani.
Cool.
Yes. So
I'm going camping next month, and I think our campsite is on the Yakahani River.
Oh, well, that's
it's in Pennsylvania.
Possible.
Yeah, that's really cute.
Awesome. I ventured over to the next ballroom when I got more time, and then actually she came through and talked to me first, Dye Mad Yarns. And,
hi, Kelly.
See? And then I'm on a DK kick, so, you know, this is Melon Fest. I mean...
Oh, how funny. My husband, Devin, is from Milan, Ohio.
Is that where the Melon Fest is?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, because her husband checked this out to me, and he said, there's a Melon Fest, but I don't know where it is.
We go every year, except last year because COVID, and I don't know if we're going to go this year, but they have cantaloupe ice cream and watermelon sherbet. So if you're like in the area, Milan is near Sandusky, Ohio. And it's a tiny little teeny town. Actually it was the birthplace of Thomas Edison.
I knew that from the sign on the highway. They
have a lot of good, there's lots of antiquing there, and there's like a river that runs through. We've been kayaking there, but yeah, nice. Melon Festival. That's so cool. Kelly does a great job. She's got like all these weird Ohio themed colorways, cool. Like inspired by, you know, like different landmarks and museums and folklore and stuff like that.
So I don't know when I'm knitting all of these socks, but I went back to Fiber Seed later that day and got
so cute
corresponding mint. She had like 3 or 4 like within like this shade that were all so close. So she helped me pick out the perfect one.
I really love Dye Mad's logo. I don't know if you can see it, but it's a porch goose.
And she had one at the table, like to greet you as you came in to her booth.
What's the duck's name? It has a name and it starts with an A. Agnes? No. Oh, I can't remember. Well, the gooses have names, which I just think is hilarious.
Oh my gosh. So I have to preface this next one, which is if my Aunt Celia is watching, you need to fast forward because I decided to do a little Christmas shopping because Mandy was there from Free Spirit Fibers, and I just had, my aunt is like a blue fanatic, so I had to get her, I was looking, and Mandy, her booth had like you like walked in, but then there was like some around the other side and I didn't see it. She's like, go around the other side. Because look at these suckers.
Holy crap.
I know. So this is Cascade. It's Eco Plus Merino, 100% Bolivian merino wool. It's 478 yards.
Dang.
I mean, so she had baskets of these. So seriously, if you think you have a project or a sweater you're looking at, I got her too.
Nice.
These are going in her, well, not going in her stocking. I got smaller stuff for stocking.
Yeah, no, that'd be a really big stocking.
You know, like your only thing you're getting in your stocking. So I got those.
Nice.
Squish those. And then I got myself one.
I love Cascade. Their stuff is so affordable.
Yeah, it actually, these were $28.75.
Yeah. Wait, what did we say this was? Is it bulky?
I didn't.
It looks like
it may be worsted. I think it's worsted.
I'll be honest, I don't know. You know how like on the label it'll say 14 to 16 stitches equals 4 inches. And that's supposed to tell you what the weight is. I'm like, I don't know what that is.
Doesn't help. So I think it's.
It looks like a bulky or a worsted.
Okay.
Yeah. And it's almost 500 yards. So yeah, this is like a big like beefy skein.
Yeah, 2 or 3 with a sweater.
That's awesome.
So those, and then same really thing. Soft, did you give me a bag? That's so cute. Because I couldn't carry everything back without a bag. And then Cascade, this reverb she had, which is 70% recycled polyester and 30% recycled alpaca. So I got her 2 so she could do some project, and those were $8.
Oh, only really?
Yeah.
Alpaca?
Yep.
Wow. I've never heard of that that combo, that like polyester and alpaca.
Yeah, yeah, it was a little different. So
Nice.
And then there's not colorways, there's just like lot numbers. So it's kind of like a heathery blue. I'm almost near the end.
Oh, that's soft for being like a, what do they call it? It's not acrylic. It's polyester, but that's like a man-made fiber. That's really soft.
And then I have 2 more. This actually is going in her stocking. This was my neighbor kind of catty corner, which is UEWE, United States of America.
Cute.
She had sock blanks. Actually, I'm gonna hopefully I can get it back in here to look as nice. But look at this. I just thought this would be so much fun. So
I have another confession to make. I don't know.
Knit off a sock blank.
I don't know what is it? What is it for? How does it work?
So there's a live end. So she was explaining this to me. So you take this, there's a red thread going through the live end. You pull that out and then you start knitting from there. And yeah, you just knit it. And then I guess a lot of people are like nervous because it's kind of kinky when you start. And she was like, don't worry, because it'll just block out, if you're like nervous about it when you're knitting. And then someone said, oh, have you seen the tote bags that said that shit'll block right out. I guess somebody sells them online. They're like, don't worry, that shit'll block right out. So,
it really does.
I know. So I thought that was good. So super cute, kind of splattery.
That's fun.
Yeah. So
have you dyed sock blanks before?
I haven't, and I have some, so I need to dig them out.
I feel like they'd be really fun. I've seen the ones where like they'll paint like scenery or something on them. Yeah, really cool.
Really, really neat.
This one's pretty.
I know. And then my last thing, also in Aunt Celia colors, is Fiber Stash, and they were from Vermont. They drove from Vermont for this, so they had a really nice booth as well. And I got City Lights, which is on their Strong Toes. It's
like a navy with, is there gray in there? And some purple and some bright blue, some white. That's pretty.
Yeah. So I got a little bit of yarn.
Just a little. I'm like covered in it over here.
And then I just want to say, Sandy, who's a viewer, drove to come and visit and bought some yarn, and it was really nice to meet her. Nice. So hi, Sandy. And then I met both of the Woolies from the Woolies podcast. They came through on different days, so it was nice to meet them too.
Cool.
Yeah. So
it sounds
Pittsburgh Hall.
Really fun.
It was so
fun
nice
show,
new Dyers and talk to everybody, and we were commiserating on like what shows to do. Me covering up
all this stuff over. So are you going to make like a bunch of DK weight socks?
That's the plan. I have to dig out my size 3 needles. Thank you.
There you go. Oh, and the stitch marker. Yeah. Oh, I need to tell you guys about the Bomb Pop Shawl, which was one of my first ever patterns.
R.I.P.
R.I.P. the Bomb Pop Shawl. I had to rename it. So it is now, this is the Bomb Pop Shawl, or it was. Now it's the Foraminosa Shawl, which is Latin for full of holes because of the holes, right? So this is the new name. It's been changed on Ravelry and Etsy. So if you've made this pattern in the past, and you're like, I want to update my pattern. I had the pattern. Oh, here comes a cat. This is my least favorite cat.
Oh, who's real curious.
Sarah is allergic. I meant to lock them in the...
okay, as long as I don't like rub my face on you.
Oh, well, she'll probably try to do that. No, get out of here. Go away. So if you previously bought this pattern, you can get the updated pattern for free on Ravelry. And if you've never bought it and you want to make one, I have a special coupon for you, which is full of holes. And you can get 20% off either on for the pattern in my Etsy shop or on Ravelry. And that's just this weekend, is that code will only work this weekend for 20% off the Foraminosa shawl. So make sure you get it if you want to knit one. And then,
I was just going to say, I can tell you that it does update because I had bought it a little while ago and I went and clicked on it and it
good.
It came through just fine because I'm going to cast it on with this.
Yeah. Ooh.
Yeah. And then I have a bright purple for the
cute
border.
I had it tech edited again. So I had it was tested and edited when it came out last year. And then I was like, well, if I'm changing the name, like I might as well have this looked at again, just in case. I've learned a lot since I published this last year. So it's been tech edited twice. And then I updated some of the photos. So it's like super clean. Should be really clear, really easy to understand. So yeah, go cast it on. The Bomb Pop Shawl. I mean, no, it's not the Bomb Pop Shawl anymore. The Foraminosa shawl. And big thanks to Margot, my friend Margot, who helped me with the Latin translation. So that's that. What else did I put?
You had new masks?
Yeah. Well, I've had masks in my shop, my Etsy shop, like since last year. And I was like, they weren't really selling. And I was thinking about getting ready to just discontinue them. Well, now, like with the Delta variant or whatever, with the masks are starting to come back. So I was like, okay, I am going to start making some new designs. So I have some ideas for some new masks. I was working on them before Sarah got here, trying to get some stuff published. So maybe by the time this episode airs, there'll be some new stuff in my shop, but you can watch on Instagram and get notified. So I'll have more masks coming. And I now have coloring book freebies on my website on the free shit page. You can, there's like a couple different PDFs that you can print out and like color by hand, or if you have an iPad and use Procreate, you can color right in your app, right on your iPad if you have the Apple Pencil, or you can even use your finger. So I'll put the link down to those two. All that stuff's free. Like last episode, I was like, I'm in a creative ditch. Like I'm not doing anything, blah, blah, blah. But like, I made all those coloring pages. Like I've been knitting a lot. Like, why do we do this to ourselves? We're like, I'm not being any productive. I'm not getting anything done. But yes, you are. Stop saying that, Christine. I want to know about your sweater that you're wearing.
Oh my gosh, you guys. I finished my Kinnikin cardigan by Charilyn Morrison and wore it at the show. And it was funny, I left it like on my little chair that was out in the aisle. And on one of my little shopping forays, like I think people bought like multiple day passes. So I had this lady come through on Saturday with her friend and she was like, she tried that on yesterday. I was like, that's fine. But I was saying the awesome thing about it is I was nervous about garments. And since it's bulky and a little like slouchy, it doesn't matter if it's like perfect. And it turned out really cool. And I didn't make the sleeves as long as I said I would, but I got to here and I was kind of like, I was kind of feeling that for summer. So, and then I love like kind of, let's see, like down the back.
Oh
like,
yeah.
How it turned out, it's kind of like
pretty texture. Are you in the video? Yeah.
So, so it turned out really nice. Wasn't bad. I was asking episodes ago for people for how to weave in ends without them like coming back unraveled. And I found, I'm blanking on the video right now, but I will think of it. I looked at a few different ones and I found the best way, which is like way under the sleeve. I was going to see if I could show it to you. Here's one. So you weave it in like you normally would. And then on like the last little stitch where it's like going under, you take like one of the loops that's part of the sweater and where you wove it in. And you just take some embroidery floss that's this kind of like, coordinates with the sweater. And you just like whip stitch a few like stitches and stitch those together. Oh. So it kind of is holding it. Yeah. It's not like loosening its way through there. And it didn't take too much longer. Yeah. And it made me feel better. Like, like I'm going to be real annoyed if I like hand wash this. And I have like things sticking out. So I've got a few of those like up here and I kind of just, and I knit a lot more if you knit this. It's super crop, or at least on me it would have been like crazy super crop. So I knit like way more repeats in this part than other people did. But
it's really cute.
Thank you. So happy. So now I've got to look at other garments to make.
I know. I had a sweater last time. You've got a sweater this time. Now we're like, let's make more sweaters.
I know. And should have been thinking about this when I just bought 8 pairs of DK socks and bought like maybe 6 gates to make another sweater.
Ah, well.
But not planning that far ahead.
I finished my swatch for the beauty school. The beauty school sweater by Poison Girls. This is Ken Yarn's the
So
Ally as
pretty.
Fuck colorway.
Lovely, wonderful sprinkle confetti.
It's so cute. It's like
So nicely distributed.
pink
too.
and speckly, and I'm so excited to make a little cropped sweater with that. So yeah, I don't know why swatching is so awful. Like I hate it so much. So it took me like, I think I cast on the swatch like the day of our last episode, and now it took me 2 weeks to finish it. But
And was it what you needed? Was it the gauge you needed?
I haven't even checked.
Oh, see? You need to get on that Glowforge and make a...
I know. Oh my god.
Oh my god.
So that'll be fun to cast on. Yeah, I have to actually check the gauge. So let's see it.
Let's see the big chunk of a polar bear who's only got one ear.
He's just a tube.
He is a tube, but he's chonky, and I kind
Aw,
of like him.
So cute.
So let me see where his other ear would go. Okay, so this would be his other ear. So Susan B. Anderson, Barrett Wool Company, Sleepy Polar Bear. So he's done. I was here last time. So finished his little nose, and then it wasn't too bad. I had to learn the Kitchener stitch to close it up, and you kind of like had 2 DPNs going at angles, and then went through and knitted up to here, which wasn't as tricky as I thought. So need to do other ear, need to do some legs. And he's got a sweater that he wears, so I need to do a sweater. So that's in bulky, so I wanted to like dye like a special color.
Make him a matching.
Oh my god, that's so funny. Could be little twinsies.
And then you could be like your American Girl doll, where you have like the matching outfits.
That's so funny.
I always wanted to match my American Girl doll.
Which one did you have?
I had Molly.
It's Samantha.
Jealous.
Oh. And then I have one more because I bought the stuff that I just showed you, and then was going down and I was talking to Fangirl Fibers some more, and she was knitting a little corner of a shawl, and I was like, what is that? She has DK Waite Surrey alpaca. And usually it only comes in lace weight.
Yeah.
I'm like, what? And when it's twisted up, I will tell you, it was on her table when I bought the pink yarn, and you can't tell that it's DK weight. You just think, oh, it's like lace weight, like the stuff I have.
It's so furry.
So this is what she was knitting, and I like just was speechless. So feel this.
Oh my
So
god,
I started,
it's so pretty.
I'm like, it was a free pattern, so I'm like, send me the pattern, and I started casting this on when I was there. So here, this is the red correct side.
So
Look at the
pretty.
stripes. It's the fluffiest friggin' thing.
It's like a kitty. Like
So it's 2 skeins of one color, of a main color. So that's the same as that. I just haven't. And then like a softy pink. And it's just like the perfect. So the pattern is free. It's Rose Apothecary. I can never say this. Not apothecary. Apothecary, which is a Schitt's Creek pattern by Soft Sweater. And I'm having so much fun with this. And it was perfect for knitting there because it's like it's pretty much just back and forth, and you do like a yarn over.
Love
it's
it.
Just like super fun.
Don't make any mistakes, because that looks like it's going to be a real pain to frog. If you have
I'm not ever doing it. It will just be a design choice. I keep hitting my microphone. So I.
That's really pretty.
It's so much fun. It brought me so much joy. I replied to her email. I'm like, thank you so much for this.
Aw.
So anyway, need some DK. sorry, that's it. And that's all I'm working on. So yeah, I'm going to look for a garment pattern, cast on some socks, finish Sleepy Polar Bear.
Nice. I'm trying to finish my waffle Afghan. I have one like of stripe left, so it's like 20 rows and then the border, and then I'll be done. I can write up the pattern and start testing and editing and whatever.
Just in time for fall.
Yeah, well, that's the problem is it's like hot now. So every time I work on it, I'll be like sweat because it's blanket size now. I'm like, this is so heavy, I'm sweating. So I'm not super motivated to work on it, but we'll see. Next we have books.
Oh my gosh. And I'm so excited that you read
Yeah.
my pick from last time because I could not stop talking about it.
So Sarah, in last episode, she was like speechless about this book, Get a Life, Chloe Brown by Talia Hibbert. So I'm like, well, okay. I mean, I guess I have to read that. So I started reading it and oh my God, it's so fucking cute, you guys. I won't like go over the plot or whatever, but yeah, so cute, so funny. I laughed out loud many times. It's very steamy, very sweet. There's a kitty named Smudge.
The kitty.
So cute. Like it's just, yeah, if you're looking for a good, it's like,
Got everything.
it's got everything. It's got
Quirky family.
Sexy motorcycle riding, long-haired, tattooed, camping, boot-wearing artist who's really tall and has beautiful thighs
Beautiful hair.
and beautiful hair. Yeah, really funny, really
Did
funny.
you read it or do audio?
I read it with my eyes, with my eyeballs on my Kindle. But I know you said that the audio was awesome.
The audio was good.
Yeah.
So I thought I could resist, and I can't because I read the second book in the series. Take a hint, Dani Brown. And I'm on the third one right now, so I will be.
So you finished this one and started the third book in the series? Aw.
Yes, I had some time, so all on audio. And this one is sweet. This is another sister, and she's very career focused and is like tenure track and doesn't think about anything else and like really doesn't like take care of herself or like eat right and just like always rushing. And there's a ex-rugby star who is now had some things happen in his life, really tough, and is a security guard at the university. And she'll be running through Frazzled and he'll have like protein bars for her. And so they're like friends, and then like a little more develops, and it's very sweet and steamy too. So, and I'm on Eve's book, which I'll talk about in another episode. But I'm so glad you read it. It's just
It was really cute.
super sweet.
I picked it so I have on my Discord server, we do a monthly book club. So I was like, you guys, I really want to read this book. So this is what we're doing for the August book. So a couple other folks in the Discord server are reading it too.
Okay.
And then I think off camera, Sarah and I talked about this book, but it's one that she's read. It's called Dread Nation by Justina, Ireland. And it's like post-Civil War, and the character, what's her name?
I don't remember her name.
Oh my God, why can't I remember her name? Well, anyway, the character is like a trainee at a ladies' combat school because during the Civil War, the dead rose up and started eating people. So it's like this alternate history in which like the Civil War started a zombie apocalypse. So the gal in the book she's like a zombie killer, and like that's all you need to know is like
Post Civil War, get you, then
right,
it's not for you.
Post Civil War, strong female character, zombie killer.
It's YA too.
And it's YA, yeah. There's a little bit of like romance and stuff too. A little bit of romance angle. Oh my God, it's so good. I haven't finished it yet. Yeah, it's excellent. I'm doing the audio and it's phenomenal.
I'm doing a YA show at work. Actually, it's this week. but I'll put a little thing about it in our stories. So over when I took my break over 4th of July, I read like, I mostly read like YA, like fantasy, and I hadn't read, I talked about some the other week, like cutie, like romancy ones. And then that was my other one that I'm like, I don't think I've read like zombie, like I was trying to pick ones that are a little different to talk about this week. So that was one of them.
When you told me about this book, I was like, oh my God, that sounds amazing. And I went and I looked it up, and I'd actually had it in my TBR on Goodreads for like 2 years, and I never got around to it.
And so, that cover, come on. Like, she's got like a big sickle.
It's all bloody.
It's bloody.
It's awesome.
Speaking of books that the other one has read and I had to catch up with is Binti by Nnedi Okorafor. And so Christine did this, and you did it on audio. I did it on audio too, and it's like a novella, so it's 4 hours. And I don't want to give too much away, but she's going to a university and kind of runs away from home and is on this ship headed for this prestigious university in space.
In space.
Yes. And don't want to give more away than that, but she's a great heroine, and I can't wait to read the other ones.
Yeah. I read the second one in the series, and I didn't love it as much as the first one, but it was still, like, it was really good, and I still want to read the third one. So tell me about that.
Oh, good, and then you can tell me.
And then I'll tell you about my next one.
So coming up, Don and I, for our little Facebook chats at the library, we each read like pretty different stuff. The ones we converge on, we've already done. We've done like sci-fi, things like that. And then ones where I read it or he reads it, we're going to do separate ones and then show the other one books. So he's going to do historical fiction, which I don't read as much of, unless it's like Outlander, I hate to say. And I'm doing romance. So I was trying to like make sure I covered all like different subgenres. And I was looking, and this cover, there was no way I was not reading this book, which is The Hellions Waltz by Olivia Waite. I mean, that's it. That's all you need.
I want to talk about how the one gal has her like fist like clenched in the other one's dress. That's so pretty. That's
like an old school, like clutchy. So really great premise. The one, her family owns like a music shop and sells pianos, and they had kind of been scammed by this guy, and the dad was kind of down on his luck, so they moved to the small town. The other one is like feisty, and she has grown up being like working in like mills, like weaving mills, and they've been treated badly. So she's kind of like working like to unionize and get like rights for women, get them to be treated better. So she like has all of these like things going on where she's trying to like, just work for this cause, and they meet and kind of sparks fly. It's great. Super just.
Carriages and pretty dresses.
Woo, sold.
Also, the title is fabulous.
And see, ties in.
That's why we settled on yarn Hellions, is because
it's frequently used in.
Yeah. Hellions, like a feisty, sassy. I don't think it's really gendered necessarily. No. But yeah, because we're so wild and crazy and feisty, the two of us.
Wait, I gotta show. So she has other books in this series with like other lady protagonists. So this is the first one.
Ooh. That's such a good title. What is it? The Lady's Guide to Celestial Mechanics? I mean, come on.
So one of them's a scientist in this one. So that one, the other one came on my, Libby. It came available before. The second book that I read came available before that one, which is the first one. So
lovely.
Anyway, let's hear about your book.
So, if you don't like swear words, you probably are going to want to skip this part. Because I finished reading Holy Shit by Melissa Mohr. And I don't buy books, like hard copy books, very often. Because I read so much that I would like be broke. And I need to save that money for yarn. So if I love a book, like I really love a book, or I really want to support the author, I'll buy it. So I bought this one. And it's Holy Shit by Melissa Mohr, A Brief History of Swearing. And I know I talked about this in an earlier episode, but I finally finished it. Because it's like, is it etymology is the history of words? It's like dense, and you sort of, you need to like pay attention. But I pulled out some of my favorite fun facts about swear words to share with you guys. Okay, here comes the swearing. Fun fact number 1, the Latin word vagina originally referred to the sheath of a sword. And twat is one of the oldest obscene words for vagina.
I did not know that.
Right? So interesting. I love language. It's fascinating. Shit is one of the oldest words in the English language. What is the etymology of fuck? The real answer is less than interesting. It's a word of Germanic origin related to Dutch, German, and Swedish words for to strike and to move back and forth. It's also clearly not one of our good old Anglo-Saxon words like shit, having come into use only in the late 15th century. So fuck isn't that old, but shit is really old.
Super old.
Oaths, which in this book they sort of defined as like religious terms. So like using God's name in vain and like that kind of stuff. So oaths are now ranked among the mildest but most common swear words. In a 2006 study of speakers of American English, hell, damn, goddamn, Jesus Christ, and oh my God were 5 of the 10 most frequently used swear words, with the top 10 making up 80% of the swearing record. Oh my God alone accounted for 24% of women swearing. So interesting. Like, I don't even consider that
I was just going to say, I don't consider it
as
swearing.
like a swear word, but I mean, there are people who do.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, that makes so much sense to me, especially if you like factor in like OMG, you're texting or whatever. Let's see. Words such as scold, shrew, termagant, witch, harlot, bawd, and tramp were all at one point in their histories terms for men. Not only that, but those terms were, they weren't insults. They were either neutral or adulatory. I think that's how you say it, which is like positive. What was interesting is as the words, I can't remember if she said that the words either started to become more offensive and then started to relate to women, or if they started to refer to women and then became more like obscene.
So did they used to be like positive in like a sexual way? Like he's a bod, or he really gets around and that's awesome, and then it flipped over for ladies?
I don't know.
I wonder.
I don't remember.
No, that's fine. I was thinking that was interesting.
Yeah, let's put a pin in that. I'll bring that up next time. Some scholars have argued that during and after World War I and World War II, people began to swear more than they ever had in the past. Soldiers used fucking so often that it became to mean nothing more than a warning a noun is coming. And like, if you think of that, like, now I can't think of an example.
That fucking guy.
Yeah, that fucking guy, he's doing it again or whatever. Yeah, it's like an intensifier. And so by the mid to late 19th century, people were swearing in much the same ways as we do today. By 1945, the evidence for this ample and incontrovertible, the evidence for this is ample and incontrovertible. People were abso-fucking-lutely using the same obscenities in similar ways with similar frequency. And so it's funny because there's a note in here that abso-fucking-lutely originated in 1921.
That's impossible.
I know, right?
How is that not from the 80s?
Yeah. Right? Yeah, 1921. I mean, if you're into like the history of words or like language evolution, or you're an English major, like this book was really good. It's pretty funny. And I really learned a lot. It's like one of those books that I feel like I need to read again, and possibly with the audio going at the same time so that I can like pick up more stuff. But yeah, so fun.
Awesome.
Yeah.
like we talked about enough stuff.
Oh my God, I know. I'm like so thirsty because I feel like we've been talking for an hour and a half. Anything else you want to add?
No.
Okay. Well, you guys, this was episode 18. We love you, and we're so happy you hang out with us. Make sure you subscribe so you don't miss the next episode. That'll be on Friday, September 3rd. We'll talk about some like actually good romance novels. So if you're like romance novels, like I'm not into that, we will change your mind because there are some actually really good ones. What else? I think that's it. Mm-hmm. Okay, yeah. Leave comments. We love reading your comments. Questions, whatever you have, leave them in the comments, and we will see you in 2 weeks. Thanks, you guys.
Bye.
Bye.